After the user acceptance testing phase, you're obviously going to move ahead and hand over the software from the developers into the live environment. This part of the process can be quite messy, especially if you need to consider things like integrating the system with other systems. For example, Active Directory, if things like access needs to be monitored and controlled. If the system has been developed by an outside partner, the handover phase will usually involve developers and engineers from both sides working together, facilitated by the product owner. Other than this, the product owner and the business side of things are not normally involved in any real depth. On most occasions, there will normally be a window where the product owner can contact the project manager and discuss any bugs which have been created as a result of the migration into the live environment. This isn't time that can be spent adding new functionality. It's intended to only be used to actually resolve those bugs, which invariably do pop up. Other details about how the handover is completed will be specific to the individual contract for the system build. For example, it may be part of the contract that the developers also provide some sort of training. In other contracts that wouldn't be the case. And so there's not a whole lot more that I can say about the handover process, because it's at this point where the details of the contracts which have been signed are actually more important. And at this point we're finished with the Agile methodology, and this is where contract negotiation takes over. Over the course of this series I've hopefully gave you a complete overview of the Agile process, at least as much that you can now go ahead and try to work in an Agile methodology kind of way. If your employer uses Agile, they will probably have slight variations on the information which I've provided here. The information I've provided in this series is the most vanilla versions of the information. And of course, that means that doesn't take account of all of the nuances which can be found within Agile. This also marks the end of this series, but make sure you subscribe for more videos in the future.